Yo, today you guys, we have some big news to discuss involving a certain €50 million offer made for Ousmane Dembele, you guys. It seems like he will be leaving this January. Hear the latest news surrounding the story. And of course, we have some confirmation surrounding the beef involving Ziyech and Lukaku after the Brighton game. Hope you guys enjoy, but before we get into things, I need to get out one big plug. Out the way first. Today's video is brought to you by SPITCH, the ultimate new fantasy manager game new on the market, you guys, which allows you to be your own football manager, build your own squads ranging from leagues from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, where you have the opportunity to battle it out against other managers, collecting points, allowing you to enter a weekly prize draw up to the tune of 70k a week, you guys. Like I said, if you feel like you're a young Pep Guardiola, a young Mourinho, try SPITCH out for free. You'll find a link below in the description. I'm going to give you guys a brief example of how this app works. As you guys can see, this is the team that I entered to compete in the last match week. Hey, I think my points tally wasn't too bad, to be honest, but I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can build your own team. You go to lobby right here, scroll down and enter one of the free lobbies here. And once you do that, it's very easy, you guys. Pick the formation of your choosing. And if you need help on selecting the best players to give you the best chance of winning every single week, go to league. Once you do that, find statistics, scroll to that, and you can get an idea of the points that certain players are generating based on their performances in the Premier League. Jack Harrison with that hat-trick, no surprise he scored so many points here as well, you guys. You can see exactly how you can earn points from corners, to free kicks, to super passes, ball interceptions. You know, it's very analytical and kind of refreshing when it comes to games like this. So if you guys are interested in competing and building your own teams, all you have to do is download SPITCH for free in the description. Do it, tell me how you find it. And getting back to the main video, now we start with the first story, and one of the controversial talking points after that 1-1 draw against Brighton was during the end of the first half, in which Lukaku and Ziyech were involved in what seemed to be a very heated discussion leaving the field. Now prior to that, we saw Ziyech scoring that Golazo, bottom right corner, and at the time there was no emotion from him, no reaction. He seemed to be quite frustrated and didn't really have, any feelings towards that goal that he scored. And you're just thinking when you're seeing it on the field, is this the prime example that the players are starting to take this out on each other? And could there be some dissent making Tuchel's life unnecessarily harder than it has to be? We finally got the confirmation towards that, and as it looked to me, we found out that this was a non-story and that him and Z are very good friends, very close friends. It's more likely that they were more frustrated with the decisions of the manager, who substituted them both at the same time than each other, which is very interesting to see and to hear. For me, when I saw that discussion, I wasn't really seeing too much malice and anger between them to really feel like there could be like some real beef leaving the field. If anything, we know that Z's been a very frustrated figure for a while. He was signed to be playing here in a 4-3-3 on the right hand side, which he ain't been doing. He's been using the left, false down on the right, and in the middle of the field as well too. Players don't want to be misused. They have their aspirations, their individual goals as well too, and when you use them like that, you make their lives a lot harder. Do I feel like this is an example that these guys need to go and that player power is starting to creep in and take over? Absolutely not. And I just want to end with this point, come on, man. Tuchel was at Paris Saint-Germain. If you guys think it's player power at this club, then you don't know what player power means, yeah? When you've got man like Mbappe and Neymar, who will sometimes come into training when they want, then it's a completely new level and definition. So for me, it's kind of patronizing to always have this opinion that Tuchel will not even be able to handle a little bit of dissent, even the tiniest margin of dissent, when this guy was literally at the club that defines what player power means. Please, please, please. So I'm glad that this got clarified. Let's not put on more fake stress than we actually need. And to get back to the second big story today, now you guys, it is time to discuss the big news and story involving Ousmane Dembele of Barcelona. Now we've known for a very long time now that our interest with Dembele is concrete, it is real. We are one of the clubs chasing him on a free deal at the end of this window. However, with the news surrounding Barca at this point in time, it seems like potentially we may not have to wait as long to get Dembele, because Barcelona have said they are looking to sell Dembele this January to earn some transfer money from him. You guys, I need to just break down this crazy story first so you can get some context to understand what the hell is happening at this point in time? Today, Barcelona director Alemany announced that it's clear that Dembele does not want to continue with Barcelona. He doesn't want to be part of our project. We told Dembele he has to leave immediately. We expect to sell him before the 31st of January. All of this news as well has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano on Twitter as well too. Of course, this follows talks from yesterday when Xavi publicly said in his interview in his press conference that if Dembele doesn't want to be here, he's going to essentially have to go. And of course, he has to listen to what the board of directors are saying right now. You know, Dembele cost them a ton of money, an absolute fortune. And for him to potentially even a free with Barca having nothing to show for that with a dire financial situation they find themselves in right now. This is not the thing that Barca need in their lives at this point in time. Now it's believed that Dembele's agent in Sissoko is the main benefactor behind the descent towards agreeing a new contract extension with Barcelona. It's quite clear evidently that Dembele would prefer to stay there. However, if Barcelona keeps saying that he is the key man for the project for the future, then I guess that has to be reflected in the wages he wants. Now, you know, he wasn't too impressed by the fact that Barcelona gave Dembele a 48-hour ultimatum with a much reduced contractual offer, which of course Sissoko was absolutely saying no to. He said that, you know, he has the best interests of his client. They won't be pressured to do anything like that. Maybe for other agents that have close ties with Barcelona, yeah, but they don't have to do that. He accepts that the demands are high for Barcelona, however, it's reflecting the status of the player and how he's seen. And he said that before they signed for Barcelona, they had bigger offers from clubs like United and Paris Saint-Germain, which of course, if they were only about the money, they would have gone to those clubs. Now, I've got no real opinion on this. Personally, I don't really care about the finances. That's football, that's how it works, you guys. But I think right now I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions behind what this means, because one story that also broke as well is that we have made a 15 million euro offer to sign Dembele this January. Now, Shea Lugassi reports that we are one of 3 clubs that have presented Dembele's agent a big signing bonus and tempting demands as well too, as Tuchel wants to work with his former protege. We found out that we are trying to tempt Barcelona now with a 15 million euro offer, and you guys, literally just like half an hour ago, news came out saying that Dembele, his agent, they don't want to accept these ultimatum terms from Barcelona, and at least, you know, won't leave until the 30th of June. But you got to deep it from a financial perspective. You know that if you leave on a free, you command the maximum signing on bonus from any club. You have tons of time to negotiate even more to get the best possible deal as well too. And the fact that with no transfer fee behind your name, that's more money you can command and earn as well too. And it'll be obvious that Barcelona don't want to take this type of risk, knowing that the negotiations could still flop and fail. And if they feel like they can't offer any higher, it makes sense to sell him in this window right now. Wow. I hope this guy can play wingback. That's what I'm going to say right now. But I think now is the time to give my thoughts and opinions. And I need to start things off by talking about the relationship between Dembele and Thomas Tuchel. You know, the famous quotes from Dembele were, "Thomas Tuchel is my favourite coach. Under him, I played more on the right side before I moved to 10 and in the middle. If he had stayed, it would have been very difficult to leave Dortmund. I would probably not have done it." Which tells you everything you need to know about the relationship between Dembele and Tuchel. With Tuchel saying that Dembele is the craziest natural talent he has ever had the opportunity of coaching. This feels like this makes all the sense in the world, considering like the issues we have in attack. Tuchel to have a player that he knows, that he works with, that he knows how to get the very best out of as well too. Could that help bring a new dimension to how this team plays in attack? Personally, guys, I like to think so, because I'm not going to lie. You know my thoughts and opinions. I feel like some of our attacking players are used in a very dead manner. I look at someone like Kai Havertz, the second most expensive player in our history, and you don't even get the impression he looks like a 20 mil rated player. I'm sorry, that's the reality. Dembele can play centrally. He has played as a 10, even at Barcelona, but for me, his best position is playing as an inverted winger. If you commit to a signing like this year, you have to play him in his best role. But for me, this is where I have to be real with you guys. I'm at an absolute crossroads. I make that point about calculated risks, but signing Dembele could be one of the most riskiest signings of all time. On one hand, the guy's injury history is absolutely nuts. He's missed 102 days out, not playing football due to injuries. Every season he does seem to break down. I guess recently those hamstrings are being mitigated a lot better. He's not being out for as long, but they still persist during the season. And when you think about it, we have our very own mini Dembele in Christian Pulisic, who's also another player that has a multitude of injuries that of course affect his form and his ability throughout a season. When you commit to signing Dembele, you are giving him a crazy signing on fee. You're giving him incredible wages as well too. Wages that would probably piss off guys like your Rudigers, Christensens and Aspie, considering that, what the money they want is going to, be far below the money you are paying to entice Dembele. If we hypothetically signed him and it didn't work out and all the bad stuff happened from that, we would be affected so badly from this financial loss that it could be a bit of a mazza. I'm not going to lie. But on the other hand, I also see it from the point of view that Tuchel will be getting a player that he knows and that he needs, a player that brings something different to our team. He can break the lines. He has that individual ability that you just can't coach as well too. It make us more efficient with our play in the final third. And hopefully it would lead towards playing more of like a winger system in the team instead of using like 10 cams behind a striker. It seems like Tuchel has been experimenting with that slightly this season. I don't know why my voice went high then, but getting back to the story, you guys, for me, if you sign Dembele, I'm not expecting or even needing this guy to play 60 plus games a season to justify the money. For me, it's about quality over quantity. If I can get 30, 35 top games from him, if we can use him in a way where you use him, he gets subbed off in the 60th, 70th minute just to keep that fitness, but maybe every now and then he won't be playing because we have a strong squad, which means that we don't have to rely on using our cheat code players every single time, like we've used with Eden Hazard having to play week in, week out, and N'Golo Kante who has to play week in, week out. We need to stop doing that and overloading star players. On paper, this deal could work, but it does come with a big financial risk and burden. And I'm sorry if the club are even planning or thinking that if you get this guy on a reduced fee, even if it doesn't work out, you can make money from him. It doesn't work. Right now, Drinkwater and Barkley are still here. Why? Because the wages they're on are wages that clubs can't afford. Dembele, is going to be costing over 300,000 a week minimum. Minimum, yeah? That is crazy money. And looking how we've used that on Lukaku. The guy was signed, it doesn't even really suit the system like that. Oh, wow. For me personally, I have to pose this question to you guys because I don't have the answers yet. How do you guys feel about this story? Is Dembele the one to sign?